Well, good morning, everyone. My name's Alizah. Today I'm your host.
I'm your dad.
This is my dad.
I got a little choked up there.
Oh,
I wasn't ready for it.
this is the day. This is the kind of day it will be.
Yeah.
We got an emotional wreck over here.
Little nose burner action going over there.
Yep.
My baby girl. Baby girl.
It's weird. I thought we were going to be in front of the city. I didn't realize this was thought we were going to be recording in Seattle.
And why would we do it in Seattle? We live in Manchester.
This is...
Manchester.
Oh,
yeah.
That's weird.
Where we live. This is the day.
This is the day.
Where I get to spend 30 minutes on camera with my oldest daughter.
Here we go.
Alizah Chancey.
Alizah Chancey.
Let's go. I'm giving a round of applause.
Thank you.
That's right. I know. In the chat right now, give us some hand clap emojis. You ever done the hand clap emoji?
I don't do emojis, actually. And
Right.
that's coming from a 20-year-old, so...
That's my girl.
Yep.
I don't either.
That's coming from a 20-year-old social media user,
Yeah.
avid.
Yeah.
And I don't even do it.
I just now, for the first time, did the thumbs up thing on the text. Not a fan. I avoided it forever.
It feels like you're not acknowledging the person. Feels like it's kind of like I'll tell you that I read it, but I'm not actually... I don't care.
Honestly, that's why I did it. That
Okay.
that
Well,
checks
you got
out.
your point across.
I was like, I'm done with this conversation. Don't text
All right.
me again.
Yes.
That's what. So I used it right.
Yeah, sure. That's how I feel when someone does it.
That's right. I am a gifted communicator.
Very, very.
Oh. I told her that she had to say nice things.
Oh.
Encouragement goes a long way.
That's right. That's part of what This Is the Day is all about. So encouraging words, and so Alizah's been around. Like, this is nothing new for you. You've done some producing or some switching, some production roles on
Right.
This Is the Day. So you get the gist, right?
I get the gist a little. It's a little weird, being on camera with you. I don't think that's ever. No, never.
We've done it before, yeah. Years ago, you rode a bicycle on stage while I was preaching.
That didn't take a whole lot of talent, though.
I don't know. To ride a bike
Well, I wasn't
stage?
talking and doing
in front of
it.
a lot of people. All right. Well, okay. I feel like you did a good job.
Thank you.
So thank you for joining us on This Is the Day. The This Is the Day fam is doing a little celebratory dance. They're cabbage patching.
Is that what that's called?
Uh-huh.
Oh, I thought that would be called like a train wreck or.
Okay. There we go. I knew it was coming.
I just had to throw one in there.
You take all
wouldn't
the
be the Chanceys without it.
That's right. Take all the shots you want. I love you. All right. We're going to have a great time today on This Is the Day. Alizah, you doing okay?
I'm doing well.
Okay.
How are you?
I'm great.
A little early.
A little early, but that's all right. It's all right. We're getting after it today. I'm glad you're joining us. We'd love for you to share the show. It's going to be a special day today and share worthy, so click and share. Could change somebody's life.
Thumbs up
That's right.
if you're feeling a little on edge today.
Go ahead and share the show. All right, let's jump in. You ready to do a little verse of the day?
Ready.
All right. Our verse of the day comes from the book of Mark, chapter 10. Jesus is speaking, and he says these words. It says, Jesus looked at them and said, with man this is impossible, but not with God. All things are possible with God. I'm going to read it again. Jesus looked at them and said, with man this is impossible, but not with God. All things are possible with God. All right, Alizah, is there a word there that maybe jumped out at you?
I think the word impossible jumps out at me. Impossible is such a strong word.
It is.
And it's really powerful when it's used like that. And I think it's interesting it kind of puts things into perspective when God says things are impossible with man, because living in this world, we kind of think that we can do anything most of the time. So I just think that's a really, really interesting word.
Well, sometimes we're told we can do anything, right? Like There's like sometimes people will say like, well, if you put your mind to it, you can do anything.
Right.
Well, that's not true.
No, not at all. I
not-
can't do anything. I can't do a lot of things.
There's a lot of things you can't do.
A lot of things.
I know, a lot of things you can do, but it's not that you can do anything just by putting your mind to it, or if you work hard, everything, will work out. It's not true either.
No.
But I think you're right, like to point out how strong that word impossible is in this context. So let's grab the context. So whenever we read scripture, we do want to grab the context of what we're talking about here. So in Mark chapter 10, Jesus has had an encounter with a man that we commonly refer to as the rich young ruler. So he had the trifecta, like everything everybody kind of wants to have or we value in this world. He had wealth, he had youth and health, and power. So a rich young ruler. So, we tend to look at life, and, Alizah's my daughter, we have lots of these conversations, about life. That wealth will answer all my questions, or, health and feeling good will answer all my questions, or having power, like, to be in charge will do that. And this guy comes to Jesus and he says, "Good teacher, what must I do to inherit eternal life?" And Jesus starts off like, "Okay, well, why do you call me good? Like, what's your impetus for calling me good?" And the guy, it's like this whole thing, like Jesus is like, "Why are you asking me this question?" Because I think a lot of times we ask questions just to get verification of what we already know. So Jesus kind of says to him, "All right, well, how do you, love the Lord your God, love your neighbor, keep the commands, honor your father and mother." And, the guy's like, "All these I've done since I was a kid." So the guy's feeling like, I got it going on. I'm legit. And Jesus says, "Okay, well, one thing you lack. Go sell all your possessions, give to the poor, then come follow me." And the scripture says the man's face fell, like he got really sad. And he went away because he had great wealth. And so the cost was too high for him. And so Jesus looks at his disciples and he goes, "How hard is it for the rich to enter the kingdom of heaven? It's easier for a camel to go through the eye of a needle than for a rich person to enter the kingdom of heaven." And his disciples said, "Who then can be saved?" Which is where we get this quote from Jesus, where he says, "Okay, with man, this is impossible. With God, all things are possible." And so the richness of what's happening here is Jesus is essentially telling the guy, you need an identity change. Being what you've created and what you've made, in order to follow me, you've got to be my disciple, which is your core baseline overarching identity, which is a really tough thing to hear.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Would you agree that, that is, while grace is this free gift of God, that hearing, well, we've got to be totally and utterly dependent on God because we can't do it on our own. That's a challenge, right?
Yeah, I think a lot of people actually take advantage of grace, especially during times like this where everyone's being very graceful. All of my professors have been really nice about like getting my homework in and sometimes not having it in on time. And it's interesting because I think that we kind of do the same thing with God. We take advantage of all of the grace that he gives. And sometimes it feels like we don't actually have to do what he asks of us because he's so graceful and forgiving. But we should actually take advantage of it in a different way and say, God is so graceful, God will always forgive me, and use that and as motivation to do the right things in the first place.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I always encourage everybody to take advantage of grace. Because the flip side of that would be, oh no, I don't need any grace. I've got it all covered. But Jesus said that's impossible. But then you can cheapen grace, like this whole concept. That's kind of what you're talking about, like abusing grace, like, or we're going to use grace to keep on, doing whatever we want. And that's not what Jesus is saying. He's actually saying, hey, let's make a change here.
Right.
Let's do something different. And that's what grace allows us to do. That's really cool. Mm-hmm. Right on. Sweet. There's the verse of the day. All right. Not as sweet. And you've not had to really deal with this like I've had, but we've got this calendar.
Okay.
Okay. And it gives us a page a day we tear off and we share on the show. And the calendar, you talk about professors and homework and stuff. The calendar is unrelenting on the homework.
Huh.
I don't appreciate it. I just don't. Like, calendar, I'm coming to you for a little break, and you keep giving me busy work. And so our calendar today gives us it says crossword fun, but it's really crossword busy work.
Okay.
How do you feel about the crossword puzzles?
I am anti-crossword puzzle.
You're against
Against it.
in opposition.
Very opposed to the crosswords.
Yeah. Or is it because it's not like your jam? You're not good at it, or you've never done them?
It's
or-
just, I think that some of the questions have multiple answers, and it's very frustrating when you have to find the correct one with the right amount of letters.
Yeah.
So
That fit into your little puzzle.
fit into your little puzzle. It's almost like you're trying to fit into standards, and I'm be your own person,
right.
be your own word.
You want to color outside the lines.
You do.
I don't even want lines. I don't need a coloring sheet.
I just want to color.
I just want to color. Don't give me lines. All right, well, let's put the crossword puzzle back up. And okay, the first one. One across, 4 letters, wants a long, pointed elephant tooth. Can you get that one?
Tough? Isn't it a tough?
It is not a tough,
No.
but you are close.
Close.
I'm close.
The T and the U are correct.
I don't know.
Tusk.
Tusk. That is actually what I meant to say. That's what I said.
You said tough, but
Oh, that was
then
it.
we could have gone down to 2 down. It starts with S, and it's a dance.
A dance.
A dance. I don't know what that would be.
This is one of the ones where there are just so many answers.
An S dance. It's the salsa.
Salsa.
Salsa dance. You ever do the salsa dance? I do
Yeah.
it every time I'm at New Wave Aviard. I'm like, got my chip, got my salsa, got my dip, gonna eat it. Come on, get the camera back on me. I'm doing my salsa, doing my salsa dance. You've been with me when I've done the salsa.
Yep, I can confirm this is actually true.
I know. Very good at it too, because it's hard to do the salsa and not get it on your clothing.
Yeah.
All right, that checks out. Then we have another calendar that gives us a national day to celebrate.
Okay.
Okay.
I love
And
celebrating.
I know, me too. You're good at it.
I'd say so.
Oh, you're a party animal.
Party animal.
Today is National Green Juice Day.
And is this National Green Juice I'm looking at?
Yeah, we do have some green juice. I've never had green juice. You ever had green juice?
I've tried it, but not the good kind.
Was this the good kind?
Tried to make it myself.
Not bad.
This is called Good Belly Probiotic. You're supposed to shake it. Hi, Griswold.
Oh,
We got Grizzy here. He's coming in for
Grizzy
you
loves
want
the
some green
greens.
juice? That's right. All right, so I say we have a little toast.
okay. Absolutely.
Okay, Griswold, you can join us in just a moment. All right, we got the green juice. To the king.
To the king.
All right.
All right.
Do I hold
Yeah,
my
I'm
nose?
gonna-
Do you have to?
Oh, yeah.
Oof. Potent.
Woo! Oh, woo! Griswold, come on. Come on up. Green juice for you. What do you think? Oh boy, you're making a mess. You can't do the salsa.
He loves it.
He loves green juice.
You love your
All
green juice, bud.
Good boy.
Nice job.
Clean up your mess. Okay,
You know,
well,
I actually couldn't even go through with swallowing it.
I did.
It's just, I know I already had the worst part done, which is the initial sip.
Yeah.
But then it got to the point where I'm like, do I really want to ingest this? And I didn't.
You didn't.
So I just said no. And then I just didn't drink it. And I did spit it out.
You said no green juice. I reject you.
I did. That is another thing that I am anti of green juice.
Green juice. That's right. Okay. Well, now we know. We tried it.
I'll still celebrate the holiday.
Well, I've celebrated. Griswold loved it.
He did.
We can
And
still-
I'm pro people who love green juice.
I know,
Just
and dogs.
anti the concept.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I'm all. Okay. We're off of that. All right. I do want to talk about Rooted, though.
Okay.
Okay.
Love
So
to.
Rooted is a 10-week discipleship journey that takes kind of the best of small groups and studying together and telling your story and experiential elements. So it's not just like a classroom setting, but more like a lab. If you were, in school, it would be more like taking a lab where it's very hands-on. And it gives people tools for a lifetime of following Jesus. I've done Rooted, loved it, incredible experience. It's something we do at MCC. And so we're encouraging everyone who's a part of MCC to go through Rooted. And so we have signups that are happening right now for our next semester of Rooted. So you can sign up today at manchesterchristian.com/rooted. And signups are limited. So if you're thinking about it, jump in there, get on it. You will not regret it. Sue Kelso, our connections pastor, and her team have done an amazing job of getting Rooted prepared and set up for online, and created a wonderful online experience that we're confident God will really use in your life.
Great.
Yeah. You have any Rooted experience?
I have been to a couple of Rooted sessions. I didn't actually go to the whole class, but I wish that I could have been able to. Unfortunately, I was busy with school, but I really enjoyed it. I think it really helped with my lifestyle. In fact, like, I really think that was a good thing for me to do, and I encourage everyone else to do it as well.
Right on. Right on. Very cool. I agree. I concur. All right, Liza, we do a little thing on This Is the Day called Trivial Pursuit.
Okay.
Which I know you tell all your friends how smart your dad is, and everybody's just
You are the topic of discussion.
a lot. Yes, yeah, you guys, you sit and like, he really is that smart, at trivia, my trivial knowledge. But we have never actually played Trivial Pursuit together.
Well, I think that's not true.
Why is it not true?
You and I will be sitting in your office having conversation, and then he goes, "Why don't you read me a card?"
Nice.
So I think that is an untrue statement.
Read me a card. It keeps the mind sharp, right? It keeps the mind sharp. So we're gonna play Trivial Pursuit,
Okay.
which means you're gonna read a card. I'm gonna make a guess at all 6 questions. If I get all 6 right, I'll get a congratulatory Pop Rocks from a funded box. Are you excited about the Pop Rocks? Are you interested in them at all?
I think Pop Rocks are so much fun.
Okay, if I get them all right, I think it would only be appropriate to share my Pop Rocks with you.
But I didn't get them all right.
But we're a team. And not that we're teaming up on the answers, but it's all in how the questions are read, too. Yep.
All right.
Okay.
I will be sure to do a good job.
I'm counting on you. And if you get all 6 right, we'll send you a congratulatory Pop Rocks in the mail. So let us know, keep track, make a guess. I'm going to guess at all 6. So, Liza, we have the original 1981 edition of the classic board game Trivial Pursuit. So the oldest cards you can get, outdated, antiquated. And then we have the 40th anniversary edition, which are the brand new, hot off the press cards. It's dealer's choice, old or new.
I think I'll go new today.
Okay.
I feel like in a new mood.
You're in a new mood. All right. All right. So you read the color, I'll say the category, and then you'll read the question.
Okay. The color is blue.
Geography.
The question reads, which body of water is shared between Switzerland and France?
What body of water is shared between Switzerland and France? Is it a lake?
It's a lake.
It is a lake. Switzerland and France, the body of water between them, I have no idea. Lake Moritz.
I'm so sorry. That's incorrect.
What is the answer?
Lake Geneva.
Lake Geneva. Wow. Lake Geneva. Come on. All right.
So we're already can't get the Pop Rocks now.
No Pop Rocks.
Maybe you guys can.
All right.
Pink.
Entertainment.
Which AC/DC song do Dewey Finn's Prodigies play during the closing credits of the 2003's School of Rock?
Well, we watched a lot of School of Rock.
We love School of Rock in the Chancey house.
Rock.
That is a classic over there.
Love some Jack Black and Joan Cusack. She's great at it. So AC/DC song plays in the credits.
In the credits, and another time in the movie,
Yeah, they played a lot
too.
in the show, yeah. Okay, so I got to name the song.
Yes.
So, I'm singing it.
Why don't you sing it?
Well, I don't actually know the lyrics. It's the.
But yeah, do a little. Yep.
Yeah.
To the top if you wanna
rock and roll.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's a long way to the top if you want to rock and roll.
That's That's the song. That is what it's called.
Let's go.
Nice.
All right.
That is what it's called.
Is that really the name?
Yes.
Okay. When in
That's
doubt,
the
just
name.
say
That's
words
really the
from
name
the
of
song. Yeah. Yeah.
Nice. That was good.
That's a movie you got to watch the whole credits.
That's true.
Yeah.
A lot of hidden treasures in those.
Yeah, for sure. It's sometimes your mom and I will watch a movie, like a serious movie, and like, you know, it gets to the end, it's real intense, and maybe you're like a little teary-eyed, and she'll go to like turn it off, and I'll go, wait, I want to see the clever outtakes at the end. Yeah, she never
Very
laughs
true.
either. Yeah, there's no clever.
All right. Moving on.
Okay.
Yellow.
Like the notebook
Oh, what is
ends.
that?
Don't turn it off. I want to see the clever outtakes.
And then you get to the end, and there aren't.
There aren't any.
No, there are no clever outtakes.
No clever outtakes in the notebook.
It's
Spoiler
weird.
alert.
It's weird.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Are we really moving on, or is
Did
it
you give a
something
color?
that you want to?
Me?
I just want to make sure that you don't want to talk about it more.
I appreciate your consideration.
Okay. So we're good. Yellow.
History.
Which politician dubbed Diana, Princess of Wales, the People's Princess, in the days following her death in 1997?
What politician dubbed Diana the People's Princess following her death in 1997? Ugh. My answer is Margaret Thatcher.
Nope.
No.
Not even close. Tony Blair.
Tony Blair. I was close. I mean, Prime Minister, you know. But, yeah.
Huh.
I didn't know.
It's fine. I don't know who that is.
Yeah, he was Prime Minister of England. Yeah. That's who I just didn't know who it was in 97. Tony Blair.
Purple.
Purple, art and literature.
Who are Andy and Dawn, the eponymous book about the longtime friendship of two actors whose 1960s sitcom is an ode to small town values?
Whoa. Can you try that? Can you read it again?
Yes, I'm not sure that I'm saying this one word.
Okay.
Who are Andy and Dawn in the eponymous book?
Episodic? Nope.
Nope. Eponymous book about the longtime friendship of two actors whose 1960s sitcom is an ode to small town values.
1960 sitcom is an ode to small town. Is there a name of the book?
Nope. Their friendship of two actors.
Friendship of two actors, and their 60s sitcom was an ode to small town.
Names are Andy and Dawn.
Oh, am I naming the actors or the sitcom?
You're naming the actors.
Andy Griffith and Don Knotts.
Yes.
Let's go. There you go.
That was an easy, I feel like that one was almost too easy.
Yeah.
All right, green.
Green is science and nature.
Why don't astronauts eat bread in space?
Why don't astronauts
Eat bread in space.
They don't have a toaster? No, that's not my answer. Why don't astronauts eat bread in space? They're avoiding carbs.
That makes out. That checks out.
Why would an astronaut not eat bread? Because the yeast will make them explode.
Close.
Okay.
It's actually because it crumbles, and crumbs can be dangerous.
We don't want crumbs in space.
Floating crumbs could be very detrimental
Yeah, no floating crumbs.
to space travel.
Okay. Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
Orange.
Orange, sports and leisure.
What NBA Hall of Famer is nicknamed the Hick from French Lick?
The Hick from French Lick. I know who this is. Everybody knows who this is from Boston.
I totally knew it.
Did you know it? No. Okay.
I'm not weird like you.
I'm not weird. Larry Bird. Larry Legend.
That's correct.
I know.
I almost hoped that you got that one wrong just because you came in all hot.
I wouldn't come in hot if I wasn't right. I'm usually, all right, well, I didn't get all 6 right, but if you got all 6 right, let us know, and we'll zip you off a congratulatory Pop Rocks from a funded box.
I'm really sad. You kind of let me down here.
I did.
I was looking forward to some.
No rocks for you.
No rocks.
No rocks for you. All right, but I do have an Everyday with Jesus for you.
Exciting.
You want to hear it?
I do.
All right, your daily devotion in 140 characters or less. Today's thought for the day says, merely surviving each day and vain attempts at pain avoidance robs us of the experiential joy of truly living. I'm going to read one more time. Merely surviving each day in vain attempts at pain avoidance robs us of the experiential joy of truly living. And then our verse is James 1, 2 through 4. It says, consider it pure joy, my brothers, whenever you face trials of many kinds, because you know that the testing of your faith develops perseverance. Perseverance must finish its work so that you may be mature and complete, not lacking anything. All right, Alizah, Chancey, what jumps out at you there?
I think the idea that we live every day avoiding things that aren't perfect and using other things that could be harmful to you as coping mechanisms is actually interesting. It kind of adds fuel to the fire of the things that you're trying to avoid and just makes things much worse, and you never realize that.
Yeah, that's true. Like sometimes we need to step into the painful conversation.
It's important to feel it. It's fine to feel pain sometimes. I think that's something that people don't know, and that's actually normal.
Yeah, if not, I mean, and you can end up numb.
Yeah, and it's not good.
Yeah, if you don't feel pain, maybe you're not feeling any joy either.
Right.
Yeah. I think too, like sometimes God is calling us and inviting us into things that'll be challenging and will involve hardship, loss, pain, some suffering. And if our whole kind of worldview revolves around anything painful, I'm going to avoid at all costs, then we're going to miss out on what God's doing and the real beauty of life.
Right. I think that using things like we talked about earlier to cope with the pain that you're feeling really takes away from a lot of experience and what God has for you and what He intended for you on this earth. And I think that it actually hurts way more to do things that aren't good for you in order to feel better or to push off the pain that you're feeling or whatever it may be. And I just think that God intended for us to feel those things so we knew what it was like to live like Him.
Mm-hmm. Well, I know that, even as like your dad, there are times where I'm going to go, hey, no, don't do this. This is going to cause some pain that you don't need and you don't have to be a part of. But then there's other things where I'm like, no, you probably need to step into that. And, and if I viewed my whole role as like a father is to make sure, I need to wrap you like in bubble wrap and never let you go out of the house and, protect you. But I want you to live a full life and enjoy that. And I'm a reflection, hopefully. I want to be a good father, but we have the best father. And part of His gift to us as His children is He allows us to experience life. Mm-hmm. And so with that, sometimes there's heartache, sometimes there's challenges that grow and shape us, but they help us discover who we are in Him too.
And I think if God wanted us to live perfect lives, He wouldn't have put us on this earth.
Yeah. Well, yeah, we get to, and we get to relationally. Mm-hmm. I mean, that's really the key is relationally learn to depend on Him and trust Him, and not that He'll protect us from anything that goes wrong. Because if that's our mindset, then we're going to be really disappointed really fast, but rather He's with us in everything.
And I think that, like in the verse earlier that you shared, God tells us that we're going to be imperfect, and He actually kind of says it's okay for you to be imperfect. You won't be perfect. That's unrealistic for you. So I think that's something to remember, that you're not meant to be perfect. You're meant to mess up, and you're meant to do things that make you feel saddened or pain, and that's perfectly okay.
Because then we have the opportunity to rely on His grace and not think that we can do it on our own. Because on our own, it's impossible.
Right.
But with Him, all things are possible. So we trust in Him, we rely on him. And sometimes the pain and the challenges are what kind of gives us the heads up to go, oh, wait, I need God. I can't navigate a pain-free existence, nor am I meant to.
Right.
Yeah. So then we rely and depend on his grace. So one of the things we say sometimes in our house is never waste a pain. Whatever you're experiencing, experience it, go through it. And that perseverance, really helps us grow. Yeah. This is a good day to do that.
It's a good day to do that. This is the day to do that. And
Let's
this
do it.
is the day.